pot roast is comfort food at its finest. So I'm going to show you my version using the most humble ingredients. And we'll start with our meat. This is chuck beef. It's inexpensive and it tastes delicious when it's cooked long and slow. Now, this version of pot roast doesn't take hours to cook. In fact, it's only going to take 1.5 hours because I'm going to be doing it in a multi-cooker. Now, a multi-cooker is a fantastic appliance to have because yes, you can slow cook, but you can also pressure cook. So we need to sear this off, get some nice colour on the beef. You can cut this into smaller pieces if you like, but because it's a pot roast, I'm going to leave the meat whole. It just means it's going to take a little longer to cook. So I've got about 1 kilo of chuck here. And chuck is a secondary cut. You can see there's a little bit of fat there, some tendons. That's what's going to keep it super tender as it cooks. A little olive oil into our multi-cooker, and then we're going to sear it off. While that's cooking, I'm going to add 2 carrots. So I want to leave it fairly chunky. And what I'm doing is just rolling the carrot like that. So we're cutting this on an angle. They're going to stay nice and whole as they cook, so they're not going to disintegrate. So no fine chopping here, just lovely chunks of this. And it'll look really beautiful at the end. I'm not adding any celery to this, but of course you can add celery if you like. This is going to be a 1-pot meal. So we've got carrots in here. Later on, I'm also going to add some beautiful potatoes. All right, let's have a look at our chuck. Smells great. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to continue cooking this, take it out. Then I'm going to add this next piece, sear it off again, and then we're going to cook these vegetables. Now, we just want some good colour on these two. Colour equals flavour. Okay, these vegetables are looking fantastic, so we can add some garlic at this stage. I want this sauce to be thick and glossy, so I'm adding some flour, just some plain flour, and with the flour, we just need to coat everything in that and just let that toast off for a moment. All right, time to add our tomato paste, about 1 tablespoon, and also some red wine, so a good splash of red wine. And that's just going to gently boil, and you can see it's starting to cook down because it's so hot in that pot. All right, time to return our meat. So I'm going to add the chuck on top of it. You can see that this is such a large pot, it actually cooks quite a lot. And potatoes, so I'm going to use 3 charisma potatoes, and I want to cut them in half, okay, because they're going to be too big for this. So cut the large ones in half. And I'm going to leave the skin on because the skin here is absolutely delicious and it's super thin and it's all washed, so no need to peel that off. All right, we're just going to dot them in and around the stew. And a stew is never complete without a bouquet garni, which is a combination of bay leaves, thyme, and I've also got some parsley. I've just tied it up because it's just much easier to remove later on, but it is going to perfume our stew. Some stock. Got some beef stock, about 500 mils. Whenever you're pressure cooking, you don't ever need as much stock as you would for a slow cook because it is under pressure, so all of that moisture stays in the multi-cooker. And a final touch, which may seem a little bit strange, but it does work, a splash of soy sauce. It's just going to give it an extra savoury flavour, so just a tiny splash of that. It's also going to season it. And some freshly cracked pepper. I like lots of pepper for this. And this multi-cooker actually comes with a pot roast function, so you don't have to worry about setting the timer or anything like that. Lock the lid, press the pot roast function, and let the multi-cooker do all the work. Of course, once the timer goes off, do check it. If it's not meltingly tender, just simply press the manual function and cook it a little longer. All right, this has finished cooking. Let's have a look at this meat to see if it's meltingly tender. Oh, the smell, delicious. Now, the sauce is good as is, but if you want it thicker, it's a very simple thing to do. We're going to just take out, with a slotted spoon, all of our vegetables and our meat. Just place it onto a plate. I'm just being very gentle here because I just don't want to mash up all those carrots. They're so tender. And I'm now going to turn this back on the saute function, just so we get this rapidly boiling to thicken up that sauce. We did add that flour, so this will thicken up in no time. So back onto the saute function, and I want to show you how meltingly tender this is. This is what it's all about. This meat, look at that. It just pulls away. It's still succulent. It's not dry. And that cooked in half the time. And that's why multi-cookers are so popular now. So I'm just gonna leave this here. I might cut up this meat slightly for presentation, and we'll wait for this lovely sauce to thicken. All right, this is thickened up nicely. In fact, it's reduced by 1/3, so it's super glossy. I want to show you how glossy this is. It's all about this sauce. See that? It's perfect consistency, not too thick and not too thin, just right for a pot roast. I've also been finely chopping some parsley. I love to serve this with peas, just that pop of color that you need for a stew like this. So I'm gonna add this parsley to our peas and a generous amount of butter. 2 knobs of butter, a pinch of salt, and just with a spoon, I'm just going to fold everything together. And because these peas are piping hot, that butter will melt in no time. All right, time to plate up. So in a shallow bowl, this is the most appropriate thing to use because you want all of that sauce to gather down the bottom. I'll start with our beautiful meltingly tender meat and lots of big chunks here. If I was serving this to a lot of people, I would just pop this in the middle of the table and then everyone can take as much or as little as they like. And the sauce, generous spoonful. Ooh, doesn't that look fantastic? That little puddle of gravy and our glossy peas just in and around, over the top. All right, I have to have a taste of this one, and I'm definitely gonna need a spoon. So I'm just gonna pull that meat apart. Look at that, so soft. That is absolute perfection. There is one thing missing though, lots of bread to mop up all that sauce.